Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Quita from At Home with Quita. I appreciate you so much for joining me on today's video, which is going to be all about my homeschool planning. And so I know that everybody's doing virtual learning. I did post a video about kind of how we're doing with distance and virtual learning and the challenges that we've experienced. And so I thought in this video, I would kind of show you guys how I plan my week out. But first, if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing, and also give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So let's jump in and plan for the week. I've got to do it anyway, so I might as well show you guys how I do that. If you want to see that, make sure to keep watching. So the supplies that I'm going to use in this video are the teacher sticker book, teacher's rule sticker book. Of course, this is my planner. All fancy plans, by the way, so no need to keep saying this is from here. You guys know that this is my homeschool planner that was built from all Fancy Plans products. I did a video on flip through of it all, so you guys kind of know how it's set up as well. And so this is what I use. This is my baby. I need this every single week. I have to write everything down, although everything is virtual, which means it's all online. I still have to write it in my planner. And I also use a mild liner just to highlight the online classes that are done daily, so that way it pops out on the page to me. So I don't really need my catch-all planner, although it is nearby. The only thing that I write in here is anything that I really need to see in front of me, because I carry this all around the house. This planner, I carry it around the house, but I don't always pull it out of my bag. I only pull it out when I'm planning for it and up until a certain time throughout the day when our daughter Addison is in school, and otherwise I don't really refer to this. And so any additional information that needs to be looked into, or that I just really need to see in front of me, I have to write it in my catch-all planner, which is very rare. For instance, if there's like a project due, if there's any supplies I need to buy for that project, or supplies I need to buy in general, I write it on my grocery list and I write it in my planner on that day that it is due by, and that really helps me. So I just thought I would mention that to you guys. So let's go ahead and open up the week. I have my computer right over here because I have to see everything that I need to plan for, and we're only in this video going to be planning for our week. I didn't plan for the month of September. We already talked about this in the last video, and I showed you guys how things have been going and what I've been writing in, any hits and misses. I've talked to you guys about it all, so make sure to tune into that video if you want to know how we're doing. I also have a full setup video with all products mentioned. You can check that video out as well if you're looking to set up a planner similar to this. Make sure to check that out. So this is my current week. Again, it's a blank slate, nothing's written in. Addison's got 2 projects due. She's got a habit project and a landform project, so I need to go ahead and fill this in so I know all of the stuff that we're going to need, and I can kind of map out a strategy. I'm not going to do that on this video. I just thought I would mention to you that that is what's there. I'm also going to transition some items from the previous week to next week, so I thought I would show you guys how I do that. All of this comes to the next week because this is dashboard that needs to stay in the week, so that way I can easily get to the page. And then also out in front of me, so I can see it immediately, are those projects that I just mentioned. And I also have some past due assignments that she has to complete that she hasn't complete by subject. I want to see that in front of me. And then these are her sight words for the week. So I pull all of this out and I transition it into the next week. So I'm not going to put it, well, I can go ahead and put it in because I'm going to pull the pages out to plan. So I just thought I would mention that to you. So you want to go ahead and make anything travel, or pull things out that need to travel to that next week. So again, these are just missing assignments, sight words, and then I'm going to talk to you about my dashboard and how that's set up, because it has been so helpful for me to have that here. I am not a super huge pocket folder person. I think pocket folders make your planner super bulky, and I like my planner slim so I can fit more paper in it as opposed to pocket folders. And so I have a pocket sort of folder here. So these are sticky adhesive pockets from the shop, Fancy Plans. I am obsessed with them. So these are clear dashboards, and what I did is I just adhered the pocket to the dashboard. It's pretty genius in my opinion. And so that way I could just stick some stuff in there that I need to see. And so I have one on both sides. And so this is her landform project and this is her habit project. So that way I can see it right in front of me. I know what needs to be done. I just tuck it right here in the pocket so I can see it. I don't miss it. I know exactly what I need to do for it. And so you would do this method for any important documents. You can put these throughout your whole planner system. You can have 5 or 6 of these and just have this adhered to it, stick things in between. I mean, this is just awesome. So I pop this in because again, it's due this week. I need to make sure we get it done and I want to see it in front of me. So next I'm going to go ahead and pull out the pages. There would also be a menu plan in here for the week. I'm not going to plan for that on this video either. So I'm just going to pull these pages out. And we're going to decorate them, of course, because it just helps me to be able to have some stuff decorated also. And it makes it just fun. So why not? So that's the first thing we're going to do, and then we're going to write some stuff in. I also thought I would mention to you guys that these are my new favorite pens. They are available in the shop. They're called Sharpie S-Gel pens. They are new. I'm using the 1.0. I've never used a 1.0 before, but it compares to my Papermate Flare pen, which I'm still obsessed with. But I kind of use this in place of that because it kind of writes very similar to it, but it's a gel pen. And so this is what I'll be using to write everything in. Again, I got my mild liner here. I got my stickers here. So let's go ahead and decorate the spread first. I'm not going to talk you through that part of the process because I feel like that's going to make the video super lengthy. What really matters is what I'm writing in. And so that way you guys can kind of see how I work through things in my head and what makes for us for the most effective way of planning when it comes to homeschool or virtual learning, because some people like to say it's not homeschool. What everybody's doing right now is not homeschool. So that no one comes for me in the comments. I know that there is a difference. There are some hardcore homeschoolers out there. Shout out to you guys. We have been homeschooling our son for at least the last 3 to 4 years. Our daughter is actually, she started out virtual learning from her public school, and now she does homeschool with Georgia Cyber Academy. So just to clarify, know that, you know, what everybody's doing now is called virtual learning from their school. And there are people who are doing homeschool via an online program. And there are also some people who are doing homeschool via their own curriculum. Okay, so no judgments here. I'm just telling you guys what we're doing. That's what this video is all about. And so let's go ahead and decorate the spread. And then once I decorate the spread, I'm going to come back and we're going to work it all out and write it all in. Okay, so I got everything decorated. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write in all the subjects that we need to plan for up at the top. So I'm just pulling my laptop over here so that way I can make sure I can see everything. I'm going to pull up her schooling. Okay, and you're not going to be able to see my screen, but basically I can go in by subject and I can look at that entire week to see what needs to be done. So it makes it super easy. So at the top, I'm going to go ahead and write in all of her subjects. And so those are, sometimes I need to pull out my planner to see what I wrote the previous week because I changed up the subjects that I wrote in. So I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, so language arts, math, science, social studies, read and write, which is additional that I just do with her extra, art and PE. Okay, so those are all the subjects. I'm not really going to go into like anything deeper than that. These are all the subjects. Oop, I was going to say I wrote it twice. I didn't. That's from last week. That she needs covered in terms of what she's got to do for those subjects. Okay, so remember I told you I like to see the Zoom class, or not Zoom because they have their own system. I like to see when she's got to take a live lesson first thing for that day. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Okay, remember this doesn't have a live lesson because this is just something that I do extra with her. So for language arts, her live lesson is at 8:25 every day. For math is at 11:10. For science or social studies, which is alternated, one day they do science, next day they do social studies, is at 1:50. Art is done every Friday and PE is done every Monday at the same time, 10:15. So let's go ahead and write that in. Okay, so I wrote it all in and I had to remember that art is on Fridays, which means you only write it Friday, and then PE is on Monday. I'm also going to go ahead and date this out. Which we are planning for the week of the 21st. Okay, it does have Saturday and Sunday on here, just in case you have to do any prep work at the bottom. Also on Wednesdays are our library days. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that in. Okay, so perfect. We know when the live classes are, which I already know in my head, but I like to see it in front of me. And then we know our library day is on Wednesday. Okay, so now we can go ahead and look online and start filling it in with some assignments. So I'm gonna start with language arts. Okay, and then I just checked the system and for some reason they haven't added the language arts assignments. So I'm gonna move on to math until they update the system and then I'll go back in. So math is here, so we can go ahead and write that in. Okay, so how I structure mine is I write in how the system looks. You don't see how the system looks, but it basically has a daily math, and then if I click on daily math, it tells me everything that they have to do for the day. So it says that she's got to complete lesson 3.02, tricks are for chicks, and then she's got something that she needs to download and print out. It may not be a worksheet that she has to complete, but it's something that she has to download. So I track that in here just so I know to go ahead and download it like now, or just for me to have a note that something needs to be downloaded and printed out. So I'm gonna write in that she's got 3.02 and it tells her the number of pages. If it's not the whole assignment, it'll say like pages 1 through 5, but this particular one doesn't say. So I'm gonna put 3.02, and I don't just do that, I write in what it actually is. So tricks are for chicks. And then in terms of what she needs to download, it says countforward.pdf. So I'm gonna write count forward.pdfs, just so I know I have to download something. So that's how it would be typically tracked in here for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the next day. Okay, it says 3.03, counting, C-O-W, -NTING by tens. And then it tells me that she has the counting by tens PDF that I need to download. So I'm gonna go ahead and write it all in. I don't need to talk you through day by day, but that's typically how I would structure a box. And if she has something that's due to be graded, I'll put a G next to it just so I know that that's a grade, because some of her assignments aren't graded. It's just stuff that she needs to do. If there's an assessment, I'll put it there, and I'll make sure there's some way that I can highlight it. I'll probably put an exclamation mark just so I know that that is super important, and I can prepare her. If it is a test, of course we want to prep for it. And so I make sure that within this box I do every single thing, and I make sure to indicate what's super important, and anything that I need to download and print out, I like to indicate that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish filling in the entire week for Monday. Okay, so I went ahead and completed the whole section for math. So as you can see, all of her assignments there that she needs to do for math. And so I decided that I am going to go ahead and finish the rest offline because this video is going to take forever if I sit here and all you'll see me do really is just writing things in. But I wanted to show you how I would structure my box and what types of things I write in the box. So that's pretty much what it would be. Any appointments that I would need to write in for the week would go here. Any really information that is like super important that needs to, that I need to do, whether it's emailing a teacher, communicating in some form or fashion with the school, or just anything important would go in this box here. That's why I put the library day there. And so other than assignments and things that I need to print out in preparation, everything else would go on the sidebar. When I'm getting ready to do my planning for the week for doing all of this, I would write it in here on Sunday. And so that's pretty much how I would structure my week in terms of the homeschool planning. So I'm not going to write it all in because I realize also the lighting is changing in here because it is about 5:44. I've already filmed 3 videos this week or today, which is Sunday, to do my bulk filming day. And so the lighting is going to continue to change. I don't want to add box lights and pull all that stuff out. And I really don't think there's a need for you to see me writing in every single day. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more of an understanding. I'm trying to add more homeschool and school virtual learning type of videos to my channel in hopes that that may help some of you. So that's why I did the video I did, just kind of talking you through real talk on how we're doing. We're struggling too, just like everybody else. And then I wanted to show you guys how I would plan out my week. And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish planning it all out, and then I'll post an after the pin on my Patreons first. We have a secret Facebook group. I'll post it in there first, and then I'll post it in my Facebook group, my regular Fancy Plans Facebook group, and then I'll go live with it on Instagram, on Fancy Plans Co. on Instagram. And so hopefully this helped you guys. Make sure to ask me any questions you have. I love this layout. This is our teacher subject style layout from Fancy Plans Co. And it just has been really helpful to me in this whole process. So again, this is how I would structure my week. My whole entire week would look the same as this. And hopefully I've been clear enough for you guys to kind of see how we do things around here. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in for today's video. Hopefully you got a little inspiration out of it, which means that you will give me a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it, and you'll come back and you'll catch another one, in which case I'll see you then.